Strange things that only happen in North Korea. Number 1 is what Kim Jong Un did his ex-lover, carrying a toilet with you wherever you go, creating a new basketball rule, forcing everyone to cry on the same day. These are all stories that sound crazy, but what I'm going to tell you in the next few minutes will make you feel even more confused, because this is a video about strange things that only exist in North Korea. Number 10, taking the toilet anywhere. Not personal items such as clothes, shoes, watches. The thing that is most closely associated with Kim Jong Un is his private toilet. Why? Because he carries and uses it everywhere all the time. Kim Jong Un's toilet is lucky. It travels around the world to events that decide the fate of humanity, such as the meeting with US President Donald Trump in June 2018 in Singapore, or with South Korea President Moon Jae on Panmunjom in April that same year. In fact, Kim Jong Un can still go to the bathroom normally without this toilet. Like all high-ranking leaders in the world, Kim Jong Un's health is extremely carefully protected. So to ensure Kim Jong Un is always safe, he only uses the toilet every time he leaves the mansion. Carrying a toilet will help Kim Jong Un hide his feces. You heard it right, it was essential for Kim to hide the poop. That is an extremely important requirement of the security team during the process of escorting Kim Jong Un. The toilet will help prevent anyone who tends to examine Kim's feces. I will say more clearly, if Kim's enemies have his stool samples, what Kim eats and drinks and what his health is like will be revealed. I don't know if Kim Jong Un likes his own toilet, but at least on long trips, Kim Jong Un doesn't have to stop to go to the bathroom. Number 9. Kim Jong Un's poor wife. Until now, Kim Jong Un's wife is said to be the most mysterious lady in the world. Most information about this woman is vague. However, life with Kim Jong Un is definitely a nightmare. Kim Jong Un's wife is known as Ri Sol-ju, but this is not her real name, but a name given after becoming Kim Jong Un's wife. South Korean intelligence said that Ri Sol-ju used to sing in China and was a member of the famous band Unhasu. Ri Sol-ju is said to have a cheerful personality and is very active because she's an artist. But since marrying Kim, Ri Sol-ju has had to change everything. A set of rules with hundreds of requirements from costumes, hairstyles, makeup, codes of conduct, information security, etc. is what Ri Sol-ju must follow. During the 11th year after marrying Kim Jong-un, South Korea claimed that she had never met her parents. In addition, she must give birth until she gives birth to a son for Kim Jong-un. Luckily, with her second birth, Ri Sol-ju gave birth to a son and she may not have to continue having children anymore. But the sad thing for Ri Sol-ju is that after giving birth to her son, Kim Jong-un did not want to continue being close to her anymore because just like his father and grandfather, Kim Jong-un has many women. Kim Jong-un has even a group of women dedicated to serving Kim Jong-un sexually. Therefore, it is difficult for Ri Sol-ju to receive her husband's favor. And of course, Kim Jong-un has many other children besides the ones he shares with Ri Sol-ju. Number 8. Smoking of foreign cigarettes is prohibited. There has been evidence documenting the debauchery of Kim Jong-un and high-ranking North Korean officials. There, Kim Jong-un allowed his subordinates to have fun with women, drink beer, and eat foreign food. But one thing that is always banned by Kim Jong-un is foreign drugs. In 2014, Kim Jong-un issued a ban on the country's high-ranking officials from smoking foreign cigarettes. Kim Jong-un believes that smoking foreign cigarettes is a lack of patriotism and betrayal of the people. Kim Jong-un said that he has no need for foreign cigarettes when domestic cigarettes of such high quality exist. That's a stupid lie, as North Korean cigarette brands are quite bad. Visitors who have been to North Korea say their cigarettes smell burnt and bland. North Koreans also do not like domestic cigarettes and mainly buy foreign cigarettes on black market to smoke. Kim Jong-un himself is known to regularly smoke cigarettes and what has appeared in public many times with a cigarette. However, in front of the media, Kim Jong-un uses North Korean cigarettes, but what Kim Jong-un smokes every day are designer Yves Saint Laurent cigarettes that cost $150 a pack with only 7 cigarettes. This information was personally confirmed by Kim Jong-un's former bodyguard Lee Yun-chul when he fled to South Korea. What a funny story. It seems that according to North Korean law, Kim Jong-un should be shot. Number 7. Pizza. You are very hungry. You go around the North Korean capital, Pyongyang, but only see their traditional dishes like dog meat or kimchi. But then you burst into joy when you see a quite large pizza shop right in front of you. That's good news. You can fill your stomach with a pizza, but things are not as you think. As soon as you enter the store, you are refused service because North Korea's only pizza restaurants only serve domestic people. In addition, the price of each pizza also makes you hesitate when it is up to 15 USD per pizza, equivalent to the price of expensive expensive pizzas in New York. This store is almost exclusively for the upper class in this country. You need to know that the amount of 15 USD can be enough for a North Korean family to buy food for 1 month. Even the middle class here can hardly dare to think about eating that pizza. Kim Jong-un allowed this store to operate in 2012 or shortly after taking power. Previously, Kim Jong-un sent chefs to Italy to learn the trade so they could bake the most excellent pizzas. Kim Jong-un said that people need to have access to the world's famous dishes, but it seems that Kim Jong-un only did that to gain more love from North Korean citizens. Pizza prices are so high, Kim Jong-un only allows one restaurant to operate in Pyongyang, making it impossible for most North Korean citizens to know what pizza really tastes like. Number 6. Watching football 24 hours slower than the world. Like billions of people around the world, North Koreans also love football, but it's sad for them because they were born in North Korea, where they will forever be unable to have the same football watching experience as other fans around the world. You can imagine it like this: all your neighbors and friends are watching a football match live, but you will have to wait up to 24 hours to watch the replay of this match. When the results are announced, curtain is ended. Sounds very annoying, right? But that is the reality. In this strange country, people can only watch replays of football matches of the North Korean national team participating one day after the match has. Why? Because North Korea is not connected to the world's internet. North Korean national television and domestic networks do not have enough means to directly transmit matches to people in their country. In 2013, relations between South Korea and North Korea became extremely bad. Kim Jong-un decided to threaten the South Korean side, but the problem was that they could not send emails. Phone lines between the two countries were also cut off, broken. And you know what method Kim Jong-un used? Kim Jong-un dropped leaflets onto South Korea with the threat of raining bullets. It was quite embarrassing, but that was the only way Kim Jong-un could do it at that time. So do you understand why North Korea can't watch football live? Number 5. Absolute loyalty to the state regime. Poverty deprived of many basic human rights, but 25 million North Korean citizens are still loyal and accept to risk their lives to serve Kim Jong-un and possibly the entire generation of descendants of this family. As a socialist country, North Korea also has elections for people to choose elite leaders, but this is just a formal activity because the person who will always be elected will be Kim Jong-un and the future will be Kim's descendants. When you go to vote in North Korea, you will have two options to choose from. One is to vote for Kim Jong-un and second to choose someone else. But if you choose the second option, you will be taken to the voting room privately and asked to clearly state your background, then explain your reasons for not choosing Kim Jong-un, and at that moment you can leave. But after that, hide carefully, because the army will hunt you down and charge you with treason, and then deal with you under the absolute power of the Kim family. North Koreans always show extreme loyalty, but today's young North Korean generation is gradually becoming more aware of life, and many of them are looking for ways to escape this scary country. Number 4. Taking photos is prohibited. You are on an interesting trip to North Korea, you come to a place with quite beautiful scenery and tend to take out your phone to take a photo, but you do not know that as soon as you press the button to take a photo, your life will be immediately in danger. The North Korean army will search for you, arrest you, question your reason for taking photos, and ask you to delete all photos taken here. Do you think that's it and you'll be released? Our naive hordes just the beginning? Kim Jong-un absolutely hates those who dare to violate his rules. In most cases, you will be convicted of sabotage the North Korean state and will be subject to extreme severe penalties such as being sent to re-education camps. And in worst cases, you can be detained for life or die. Imagine, don't assume we're trying to scare you. In 2016, American student Otto Friedrich Warmbier was arrested by North Korea for making a small mistake. He was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor in North Korea shortly thereafter without trial. After many efforts, the US government brought Warmbier back in 2017, but he returned home in a coma and died just a few days later. If you don't want to end up like Warmbier, then listen to what I just advised you. Remember, never take photos here because the North Korean government does not want any images or news to leak out to the world. Number 3. Creating his own basketball rules. Kim Jong Un is a big fan of basketball. While studying abroad in Switzerland, Kim Jong Un was exposed to the sport and became fascinated with it. As soon as he took power of the country, he built a series of basketball courts and encouraged people to play the sport. Even in 2013, Kim Jong Un invited his idol, American basketball star Dennis Rodman, who won 5 NBA championships, to North Korea and watch a friendly match with him. This can prove the absolute love that Kim Jong Un has for the sport. But the strange thing is that Kim Jong Un has applied his dictatorship in basketball. Specifically, Kim Jong Un created a new basketball rule completely different from the rules of international competitions. With the new basketball rules in North Korea, one can forget the final moments of a half-hour sport in which two teams repeatedly pushed each other to the free throw line. Also, with the new rule, athletes will coordinate with each other to shoot baskets and score points with a point value 4 times higher than normal during last 3 minutes of the match. First dunks scored 3 points, normally 2. The points scored from coordinated situations of the field in the last 3 minutes of the match, 8 points, normally 23. Shots will be 4 points if the ball does not touch the rim when entering the basket, and more importantly, for missing free throws, he will be deducted 1 point. With the above change, former superstar Shaquille O'Neal certainly cannot succeed if he plays in North Korea when his free throw success rate is only slightly better than 50 during his playing career. Number 2. Assassination of brother. You might think that the power struggle in North Korea is non-existent when there is only one family in power, but this is a big mistake. Monday, February 13, 2017 at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, Malaysia, while waiting for the next flight at 10:00 to Macau, Kim Jong-nam, the eldest son of the North Korean leader Kim Jong-il and half-brother of Kim Jong-un, was hugged from behind and poured a liquid on his face. That liquid was a super potent nerve agent called VX. His eye almost exploded from the impact of the liquid and he died on the way to the nearest hospital, Putrajaya. The 4 North Korean suspects left the airport immediately after the assassination, arrived in Pyongyang without being arrested. Another North Korean suspect was detained but later released due to insufficient evidence of guilt. 2 women, 1 Vietnamese and 1 Indonesian, were charged with murder. They admitted they thought this was part of a TV joke. It sounds quite reasonable, but only children believe that. In fact, Kim Jong-un directed the execution of his uncle as well as the assassination of his brother Kim Jong-nam. After learning that 2 were involved in a subversion plot involving the Chinese government, in August 2012, Mr. Jang Song-taek met with then Chinese President Hu Jintao and proposed a plot twist to overthrow Kim Jong-un and replace him with his half-brother with the support of China. At that time, Mr. Hu Jintao had not given a clear answer to Mr. Jang about this proposal. However, Mr. Zhou Yongkang, an ally of Mr. Kim Jong-un in the Chinese government, secretly informed Kim Jong-un about it all. Although Kim Jong-nam is considered to have no intention of seizing power, with his position as the eldest son in the family that has led North Korea since the founding of the country, Kim Jong-nam is considered the risk to Kim Jong-un's power, and the handling of his brother is a matter of sooner or later. Number 1. Kim Jong-un's ex-lover received a tragic end. Before marrying Ri Sol-ju, Kim Jong-un had 2 love affairs with 2 North Korean female singers. Both former lovers suffered a tragic end on their successful path to becoming First Lady of the North Korean leader. The North Korean leader married Ri Sol-ju on July 2012, right after he got on power. North Korea's First Lady had to previously compete with another woman, Ko Un-hyung. Ko Un-hyung is a singer in the Unhasa Symphony Orchestra, an orchestra that only plays at the request of Mr. Kim Jong-il, the late leader of North Korea. So Jun-hyung is considered the 3rd person in the North Korean leader's love affairs. She has quite a successful singing career and is described by the Korean press as a talented and friendly singer. Kim Jong-un even planned to marry So Jung-hyun until close advisors suggested he choose Ri Sol-ju. They claim that Ri Sol-ju bears a resemblance to the wife of Kim Il-sung, the revered founder of the Democratic People's Republic of North Korea. After Ri Sol-ju became his wife, just 1 year later, in August 2013, Hyung passed away suddenly without anyone knowing the cause. But Korean intelligence confirmed that Ri Sol-ju disposed of her husband's ex-lover to gain a monopoly in Kim Jong-un's harem before falling in love with So Jung-hyun. In 2003, 1993, Mr. Kim Jong-un also had a deep love affair with beautiful singer Hyun Sung-woo, also a member of the Unhaso Symphony Orchestra. A love affair was opposed by the late President Kim Jong-il and ordered Mr. Kim Jong-un to give up. Immediately afterwards, Kim Jong-un agreed to his father's request to end the relationship, and Miss Hyun married a North Korean soldier. However, there are many rumors that Mr. Kim Jong-un and his lover still secretly dated. After that, the tragedy in the life of female singer Hyun Sung-woo happened. On August 20th, 2013, Hyun and 12 other artists from the Unhaso band and Wang Jason band were publicly executed for producing and selling pornographic tapes, violating North Korea's anti-obscenity laws. It must be remembered that Ri Sol-ju was also a member of the Unhaso band. The execution of Kim Jong-un's ex-lover and bandmates is said to be to covering up information about his wife's unclean past. From stories about women's sports rules to requirements for tourists, the Kim family has turned North Korea into the most mysterious and bizarre country in the world. Just a small part of countless strange things about this country. What do you think about the president of North Korea? Comment your opinions. If you want us to talk more about Kim Jong-un and North Korea, please like, subscribe to the channel and comment below. You will receive a notification as soon as the next video is published.